Graphing a line in slope-intercept form, y equals 3x minus 5, y equals mx plus b. What is m? M is 3. And what is b? B is negative 5. Okay, b is negative 5. Why is it negative? Because of the minus sign here. Okay, so 3 over 1. Okay, to make that a fraction, we would use 3 over 1. And then the slope, the y-intercept is negative 5. So let me alter this just a little bit here. In order to graph this, we start with the y-intercept, which is negative 5. So the b is negative 5. So the y-intercept is parentheses 0, negative 5. Okay? So that's how y-intercept is used here. Okay, so our y-intercept is negative 0, negative 5. Okay, so that's the first point we graph down here, the 0, negative 5. From there, we will use the slope, which is rise over run. Okay, and Alex uses those terms, rise over run. So from the first point, which is the y-intercept, we will rise 3 and we will run 1. So from this point 0, negative 5, we will rise 3 and we will run across 1. So up 3 and over 1 gives us a slope of 3 over 1. And then that will happen again. If I needed another point, I could just do that again from my second point, from 1, negative 2. I could do that again, rise 3 and run 1 to get to 2, 1. And then once I have a couple points drawn, then I can just draw the line. Okay? Now, an important point is that if you had a negative here for your slope, that would make the numerator negative, and then your line would angle downward. Will you always make a fraction? I recommend that you do. Okay? I do recommend that you make a fraction because of the rise over run concept. If you have a numerator and denominator, then you can go up and over. If you get good at it, then you don't have to write the fraction. You just know the over 1 part. Yes, so m is always a fraction. Sandra, the numerator doesn't have to be the negative. I'm doing a little thing right down here. Okay. All right. So if I had negative 3 over 2, okay? Now I can't, so I can't really write, a fraction in this. This is not a great writing thing. Negative 3 over 2 equals the negative of 3 over 2. 3 over negative 2 equals the negative of 3 over 2. Negative 3 over negative 2 equals positive 3 over 2. So the moral of the story is, if you have a negative sign on a fraction, it doesn't matter if it's on the top or if it's on the bottom. that means a negative of that fraction. But if you have a negative on the top and the bottom, then they cancel out and you get a positive value. Okay? So that's kind of an important point. And I'm actually going to make that red. Okay, so if you have one negative, then your answer is negative. But if you have two negatives, your answer is positive. So let's look at this idea of negative. Okay, if you have a negative slope. So here we did, so let me do another one of these. I'm actually going to duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this picture. And now we're going to look at this okay. Bear with me a minute, please.